Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to a special year-end edition of Fire Talk. I'm SU President Dr. Ken Ingle. I'm joined today by our Director of Athletics, Drew Watson. As we wrap up the fall semester, head into the Christmas season, we want to take a few moments to reflect on, wow, what truly has been one of the most exciting and impactful starts to an athletic year that we've seen at Southeastern in quite a while.
Absolutely. The fall was packed with big wins, breakthrough performances, record-setting moments, and a ton of momentum that's carried across campus and into our winter sports. From the first kickoff in August to the postseason matches and championship pushes in November and December, our team showed what Fire Athletics is all about.
Yeah, and beyond the competition, I mean, it's been inspiring to watch the growth of many of our student athletes, not only in their sports, but I've seen so many of them grow in their leadership and community and in the way they've embraced our theme for this year, Unleash.
Yep.
I mean, we have seen that lived out across our campus in so many powerful ways. Yeah, it's been incredible.
Yeah, it's really one of the best falls that we've had in quite a while, and that's exciting. The energy it has carried right into the early weeks of our winter sports as well. Basketball, wrestling, track and field, everyone is off to a strong start, and that momentum says a lot about where we're heading as we enter the new year.
Yeah, so I think it's good that we take a few minutes to look back at some memorable fall moments, talk about how the year's theme has taken shape across our programs, and, of course, look ahead at what's coming as we start the spring season in January. And Drew, we have to start with one of the biggest stories of the fall, the historic postseason run by our football program. Since our last episode, Fire Football made history by winning a postseason game for the very first time in program history. That win was a milestone moment, not just for the team, but actually for our entire university community.
It really was. This group put together an incredible year. They finished the season 9-3, which is officially the most wins for a season in program history. And they did it with toughness, discipline, and a belief in each other that showed up every single week. We've talked about their culture on this show before. On the defensive side of things, Thomas Ibrahim had one of the best seasons you'll see in the NAIA. He finished the year leading the entire country in sacks and tackles for loss. And he anchored the defense that ranked top 10 nationally in multiple major statistical categories. Man, that unit was relentless.
Oh, yeah. Watching that team compete game after game, possession after possession, I mean, you could really feel the culture taking another step. And the way they represented SEU on and off the field was something that we were extremely proud of.
And with that, we also need to take a moment to recognize and thank head coach Adam Waugh. Adam has poured so much into this program over the last 5 years, recruiting, developing young men, building a championship-level culture, and lead SEU to some of the most successful seasons we've had. As many of our fans know, he's stepping away from coaching to focus on his health and spend more time with his family. We fully support him in that decision, and we're deeply grateful for the impact he's had here at Southeastern.
Yeah, just a tremendous leader, a man of character, someone who has definitely left a lasting legacy on our football program, on our entire university community.
Yeah.
Of course, all the young men that he's had the privilege to coach. We are praying for him, supporting him, celebrating everything that he has built here at SEU.
And I'll say this, too. Adam built this program the right way. He set a standard for how we want all of our teams to represent SEU with toughness, humility, and an unshakable commitment to doing things the right way every single day. The culture he established didn't just elevate football, it set a tone for every program on our campus. His influence will be felt here for a very long time.
Yeah, and we've seen that same standard of excellence and culture really show up across so many of our programs this fall, and that includes the phenomenal season from our women's soccer program, which wrapped up its year in the second round of the NAIA National Tournament. That group played with so much poise and confidence all fall long.
And you have to give a ton of credit to head coach Skelly Keller. In his first season leading the program, he guided the Fire to a 13-3-3 record, which is a tremendous start to a new era. The team really bought in, and you could see that chemistry and identity forming week by week.
Yeah, and two of the biggest highlights of the entire season came against conference rival Kaiser University, who went on to win the national championship. We actually beat Kaiser twice, giving the Fire 2 wins over the eventual champions. And that says a lot about the level this program is opening at.
Yeah, I almost tweeted out that, or X'd out, whatever we say these days, that it's nice to see an at-large team win a national championship. You know, hint, hint.
Yes, exactly.
And you know, when you look at this team's depth, togetherness, and defensive organization, they're outstanding all year. Yeah. They competed at a national level from day one, and Skelly's leadership has the program on a really exciting trajectory moving forward.
And we also want to highlight, as I look back over the fall, our cross-country programs, which had multiple athletes actually qualify for the NAI National Championship this fall. It was a great season of steady growth, a lot of strong performance across both the men's and women's teams.
Yeah, on the men's side, senior Jack Brooks wrapped up his SU cross-country career on the biggest stage. He competed as the Fire's lone men's individual qualifier at the NAI National Championship at Appalachia Regional Park in Tallahassee.
Yeah.
Jack ran the 8K. I couldn't do this. Probably couldn't do this. 8K in 26 minutes, 31 seconds.
Yeah, no way.
And represented Southeastern with a ton of heart in his final collegiate race.
And, of course, on the women's side, we had two qualifiers, Jocelyn Armstrong and Izzy Colbank, both earning their spots at nationals after some amazing regular season play.
Of course, Izzy was a guest in this program.
Yeah,
I think we'd
absolutely.
like to think that had something to do with her
I
success.
think so.
But Jocelyn had led the Fire at the national meet, finishing with time of 23 minutes, 51 seconds in the 6K. It was her first appearance on the national stage, and she handled the moment incredibly well, especially in a field of more than 330 of the NAI's top runners.
Izzy also ran a strong, a very composed race, breaking the 24-minute mark. She closed with a big push in the final kilometer and working her way back through the pack.
And I just want to say how proud we all are of our cross-country athletes and the way they represented SU this fall, especially for those of us who, I don't think you're a runner. You probably do some cardio.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not a runner. Okay. I'm probably one of those that would have the 0.0 on the back of my car. So it's especially like for those of us who don't run, looking at what these guys do, each and every day is amazing. The way they represented SEU this fall was amazing. Qualifying for nationals is a major accomplishment. And the way Jack, Jocelyn, and Izzy competed on that stage showed the direction of those programs is headed in the right way. So the foundation is strong. Coach Kurtz is doing a great job with both those teams, and there's a lot of excitement within that program.
Yeah. Well, as we shift into winter sports, one of the biggest early season stories has been the start from our women's basketball program. They're off to an outstanding start, 8-1 record, already made I think a national statement.
Yeah, they really have. The Fire entered the NAI top 25 poll at number 23, becoming the first Sun Conference team to be ranked nationally since November of 2022. And the Fire are the only Sun Conference team to open conference play 3-0. Which has them out in front early on here.
Coach Epperson has done a tremendous job establishing tempo, a lot of good identity, and great confidence with this group. It's a busy month for our women's basketball team with plenty of chances for fans to come out and support them right here, even at home.
Yeah, it really is a busy month. They've got 7 games in December, including 6 right here in the Furnace. The big one to circle is this Saturday, December 13th at 2 p.m., when we host number 6 St. Francis at the Furnace, which is going to be really terrific early season test for them. There's a lot of action throughout the month, so for game times, opponents, and any key updates, make sure to check SEUfire.com for all the details.
And on the men's side, I mean, it's been just as exciting. They're playing extremely well. Our men's basketball team is off to a great start, 9-1.
Yep.
They're literally averaging nearly 80 points per game, and they're one of the only 2 Sun Conference programs to start 3-0 in league play.
Yeah, so 6-0 between the women and men. Great start. The men have 3 games left in December, starting with a road matchup at Florida College on Thursday, tomorrow. Then they'll head out to Ohio for the Athletes in Action Christmas at the Wooden event. They'll take on Rio Grande on the 16th, and then face either Marion or number 25 Georgia Gwinnett on the 17th next week. It's a great stretch to close out the month, and you can find all the details and updates again on SEUfire.com.
And then again, our SU track and field teams have also enjoyed a terrific start to the indoor season, putting together 2 meets filled with school records and some national standards and some impressive early season performances.
Yeah. I mean, you talk about breaking records. They broke 6 of them in the opening meet alone. Olga Gomez set the 60-meter record and hit the NAIA B standard in the 60-meter and the 200-meter. Jumping records came from Alyssa Morley, Isaiah Burns, and George Clark. And Charlotte Marie Cattermole-Williams shattered the weight throw record twice, reaching 16.79 meters.
Yeah. And I think this is probably one of the strongest opening stretches we've ever seen from this program. And what's most exciting is how balanced it seems to be. I mean, you're seeing big marks in the sprints. You're seeing big marks, jumps, the throws. I mean, it's coming from every event group.
And no offense to the men, but particularly on the women's side, I think the women are poised for a run at perhaps a national title, as you talk to Coach Dotson. So, the depth is real, the confidence is growing, and it feels like this group is poised for a really special indoor season. They've set the bar high early, and there's a lot to look forward to as they keep building through the winter.
Yeah. And of course, we need to recognize what's happening with our fire wrestling program, which continues to be one of the most dominant groups in the NAIA.
Man, they have been outstanding. SEU is currently ranked number 3 in the nation and off to a perfect 4-0 start in duels. And nothing showcased their toughness more than a 30-17 win over number 5 Oklahoma City inside a packed fire pit last Friday.
Yeah, and that duel had some strong intensity from start to finish, and it came down to athletes really doing what they need to do, step up in major moments.
And one of those moments came from Andrew Voiles, who pulled off a huge upset over number 12 Colby Dupron. Late in the match, Voiles hit a clutch reversal to secure massive points for the Fire. I mean, and I'll say this, when Voiles pulls one of those, he did it at Nationals last year, it's one of those where the crowd just oohs and ahs, because it's just amazing.
Yeah, that was definitely a defining moment, and we ought to take a look at it, actually.
Yes. So it was a raucous environment that night. There was a lot of passion in the fire pit. We see it coming up here. He just kind of took him by surprise.
Exactly.
And I think sometimes people fall asleep on Andrew, and then he waits for those moments and just flips it. Moments like that really showcase the strength and resilience of this wrestling program, with 12 nationally ranked wrestlers, including Aaron Lucio, at number 1 at his weight class. The way this team is competing, it's really shaping up to be a really special season with fire wrestling.
I mean, it's been an exciting start. And as our teams continue to push toward championships this winter, we want to take a moment to recognize a partner who actually plays a huge role in supporting the health and well-being of all of our student athletes.
Yeah, Lakeland Regional Health, now the official medical partner of Fire Athletics. Discover personalized, high-quality care with a network of 400 providers, 40 specialties, and more than 30 locations. They've been advancing, innovating, and growing for over 100 years. Community-grown, nationally known, just for you.
And we are so thankful for partners like Lakeland Regional Health. Their investment impacts our student athletes every single day.
Yeah, we're thankful for them. And as we shift back to the world of fire athletics, it's a perfect time to bring in 2 special guests who played a big role in wrestling's early success.
Yeah, we want to joining us is our head coach of SEU Wrestling, Coach Travis Patrick. And, of course, we have outstanding wrestler, junior Gentry Smith. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Travis is a veteran of this program at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach, your team is off to an incredible start. I mean, you're ranked now, number 3 in the nation, undefeated in duels, coming off a huge win over Oklahoma City. From your perspective, as you look at it, what has stood out, the most about the way that this group has really put all their effort in the opening of this season?
Yeah, I think it's just the focus on being excellent at the little things, and just the commitment to each other and the commitment to getting better. So I don't think we let the little things get to us. And I think November was a grind for us, and we were on the road for 4 weeks straight. And I think by the end, we were a little bit flat going into the Life Open, which I think kind of set us up to rebound and wrestle well last weekend. So we were able to take Thanksgiving break off and rest up a little bit and fix some things that week and make some adjustments to our training and make some adjustments to our mindset. And the guys responded really, really well, and I think we wrestled really sharp on Friday and into Saturday, and it carried over.
That's great. Yeah, it was exciting to be there. And Gentry, as one of the veterans in this lineup, you've been right in the middle of the early momentum. What stood out to you about the chemistry, the competitiveness, and the overall mindset of this year's team?
Yeah, this team is a lot different than the past 2 teams I've been on. I think the main difference is these guys want to wrestle, they love to wrestle, and they have fun. Every day before practice we're playing games to warm up, and it's just a great culture. It's light, but we keep it serious when it needs to be. And yeah, these guys love to fight. Something Coach preaches all the time is just go out there and fight, and these guys like to go out there and really that opponent, even if you lose the match, doesn't want to ever wrestle you again.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of mindset.
Well, it's easy to fight for your teammate when you've got great relationships. And I mentioned this to Coach. You know, I came over to practice a month ago or so, and to stand there, and you don't require them to be there early to play games or anything. You just like being with each other, and that's. I mean, I don't know a lot of programs that do that, so it's really cool that you have that culture, and you know, I think it's unique. It sets us apart. Coach, you built one of the top programs in the NAI. I mean, that's known now. I mean, we've done that for quite a while, and a culture that blends seamlessly with the mission of SEU. What have you found to be the keys to building that kind of success, and both within the wrestling room and across the broader SEU community?
Yeah, I think a number of different things, and it's just putting the right people in the building when it comes to our program, and Southeastern does such a great job at having the right people in the building as a university. Oh. So I think that is just a seamless tie with kind of our program growing with the university. But continuing to recruit the right guys that are bought into our program's mission and the university mission. So I was talking with recruits the other day. Like, we want guys that want to come in and are serious about getting a degree, serious about winning a national title, but also serious about being involved in the SEU community. And so I think when you put those three things together, they love being here. They love their brothers on the team, and they want to achieve at a high level. Then it's just about steering them in the right direction, being consistent in our training.
And I think it's impressive that both you and a lot of our other coaches, it's one thing to say that.
Right.
It's another thing when a stud calls who doesn't match up to that.
Sure.
To say, no, I'm sorry, we can't take you. And that's discipline, and that's really faithfulness to the mission, and it's really impressive.
Yeah. And Gentry, I want to ask you this. One thing people always say is how a team's culture tends to match up with the values of the campus community: accountability, brotherhood, spiritual foundation. How have you seen the culture inside the wrestling room connect with the culture of SEU as a whole?
Yeah, I think similar to how at SEU the culture is very much not just about the academics and getting the degree, but becoming a more spiritual man of God or woman. It's the same on the team. It's not just about winning championships on the mat, but becoming a man by the time you graduate.
Yeah, that's so good. And Coach, what is it about Southeastern when you think about our community, all the people, the mission that we're on, the environment that we create, that makes this place pretty special for you personally? What do you love most about being a part of this great community?
Yeah, I think it's hard to narrow it down to one, but I think just the word community. And I think, coaching an athletic sport, right, there's so much time that goes into it, and long days and travel days, and being able to be here and it not feeling like work, right, is so big. And obviously being able to tie my family into it and having the SU community welcome my family in allows me to be able to be free to do my job, know my family's taken care of, and have some of my best friends here that work for the university as well.
Yeah. Oh,
that's good. Great. And Gentry, when you think about your time at SEU, what is it about this place that has had the biggest impact on you? What do you love most about representing the Fire?
Yeah, I could say a lot of things, but the first one that pops into my head is like that we're a family. Like the team is just so tight, and I know I could call any of those guys about anything and they'd answer the phone. I feel like every time I go out on the mat, I'm not just wrestling for myself, but for my brothers on the team and my coaches.
It's good. It's good.
A question to both of you. Of course, our word of the year is unleash. When you reflect on that word, what does it mean for each of you personally? And then how have you really seen it come to life within this program and in the way the team is approaching this season? Either one can start. Yeah. So
Sure. I'll go ahead and take that. I feel like unleash for us, like we've talked a lot, like throughout the preseason, and especially honestly coming out of that life open before we head into Thanksgiving. It's like, man, our team has so much potential, and we have a lot of guys that are so talented and are good dudes, and that's why they're here. Yeah. But it's one thing to have that potential, and it's another thing to use that word of the year is to unleash it, right? And I think that's just wrestling, competing, and practicing without the fear of failure, and going, man, if we give everything that we have and we put it out there and we unleash what we're capable of, then there's no telling what we can accomplish. And I think that was one of the things that was so exciting about this last weekend is, man, we talked about, just being committed to our shots and being committed to our offense and going out there and scoring points. And I felt like we did that when we wrestled Oklahoma City, and I felt like we did that when we wrestled on Saturday. And so hopefully we can carry that into fire duels. But yeah, we have a ton of talent. We have a ton of great dudes, and it's just kind of putting aside like the fear of the what ifs and just kind of letting it fly and unleashing what we are capable of.
Yeah, that's so good. Gentry, what about you?
Yeah, kind of similar to what Coach is saying. We have a really great team and a lot of potential for sure. But a lot of guys just need to let go of the result and buy into the program and just put the work in, and the result take care of itself. And you can just unleash your will on your opponent. And when you do that, you're going to win matches.
Yeah, that's well said. Well, Coach Patrick and Gentry, thank you for what you do and being a part of this community and competing in this sport, leading this sport. Grateful. And I want to say to all the wrestling fans, you can come out December 18th, Thursday, and that is the Fire Duels, correct?
Yeah,
and that'll be in the Fire Pit, and that should be an exciting day. So we want everybody to come out and support.
Yeah, that's a full day of high-level wrestling in the Fire Pit. We'll open things up at 9 a.m. Early start there against Rochester Christian. Then come right back at 10:30 a.m. for a big matchup with number 4 Indiana Tech. That should be a really good one. And then wrap up the day at 1:30 against number 14 Providence out of Montana. 3 duels, 3 quality opponents, all right here at home. Should be incredible atmosphere like it usually is over there. Come early, stay loud, and support this incredible team.
And again, Coach Patrick and Gentry, thank you for being with us. Man, appreciate it. And thanks to all our viewers, listeners, and sponsors for supporting Fire Athletics. Want to wish you and your loved ones a Merry Christmas, a blessed holiday season.
And we'll be back in 2026 with more stories, more highlights, more great moments from across Fire Athletics.
All right. Take care, everybody, and go Fire.
Go Fire.